Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about this post which I did a few days ago. You don't need to act like someone you're not in order to manifest the life of your desires, right? So what does this actually mean? The last time I was on live video, I did not have any notes. I was just speaking from my, just speaking like that without any notes, and I skipped on a few things that I would like to cover today. So today I have a notepad with me. So, have you ever experienced in your life that you had to be someone you're not in order to impress someone, or in order to be accepted somewhere, in order to be more likable to people, right? I'm sure you have experienced that. And this is how our society has come to be, that we have to sacrifice who we are and act like someone we're not in order to look a certain way, to be accepted in a certain way, in a certain group of people or in the society, and in order to keep those connections. Otherwise, you end up losing your friends, which is all right if they're not authentic, but we tend to seek approval in that way as humans. We are part of the community as humans, and we need to be a part of the community as humans. That is why we sacrifice ourselves in order to impress others to join these groups. What happens is introverts end up being told to be like extroverts, and extroverts end up, being told to shut up. And people who are on the spectrum, maybe on the autistic spectrum, they have to mask in a certain way, they have to perform in a certain way in the society to be even able to earn a living wage. And then you can come on to the early risers. They are accepted, they're like, yes, very good, you're a good human being. But if you are a late riser, then you are shamed for it, only because your body does not function like that. You don't like waking up in the morning. Even if you do, your brain doesn't function, your body doesn't adjust. Although it could be just a matter of adjusting your body, for many people, when they start rising early, they find that they actually like it. So if you put those people aside, there are people who really do not function well when they wake up early. Or you can insert any other expectation in this sentence and have the same argument for those people. Some people's brain really works well at night, and all these things can be boiled down to genetics if you really want to go into the science. Because as humans, when we used to live in the forest, in the jungle, or outside, there was always a threat of wild animals and such. And thus some people evolved to be awake and alert at night in order to keep watch, and other people evolved to be rising early, and some people evolved to have their attention spread across multiple things in order to provide for their family. And those are the people, by the way, there is a gene for ADHD. Those are the people who have ADHD right now. Those were the people who went out into the forest, into the jungle, or into the wild, and spread out their attention across multiple things in order to hunt and gather for their families. So right now in today's society, there is a set expectation for everyone. There's a timeline, and there's all these expectations, and those are mostly the same for everyone. You're expected to rise early, you're expected to have a 9 to 5, you're expected to behave in a certain way. Of course, if it's supposed to not harm anybody. If you're harming other people, of course, that's a different thing. But you're supposed to behave in a certain way in the society. For example, socialize, laugh, gossip, and all of that in order to be accepted. Or you can take an example of social drinking in this. People who don't drink often get left out of those circles, and then they feel very left out and miss out on so many opportunities as well because of that. And then there are people whose mind works at a random times during the day. So it's not like it works in the morning or evening or at night. Their mind works at random times. There are spurts of attention that they get, and they want to utilize that in their work, but they are unable to because they are fixed in a set schedule. And then there are people that have seasonal tendencies. I think all of us have seasonal tendencies, right? And we are also expected to be very alert and productive during the winters. However, we are supposed to hibernate during that time. Not hibernate, but slow down and rest most of the time. So it all boils down to life purpose. So all of us have a life purpose or multiple life purposes, and a life purpose is not something that you do. Like, it's not something that you take up as a career or a hobby. Purpose is how you live. So it's a feeling, it's an emotion that you want to experience every single day. I've talked about this before as well on this page and on my YouTube channel as well. It's a way that you want to live. It's an emotion that you want to experience every single day. And some examples can be freedom. You want to be free of, let's say, a 9 to 5. And there are other people who prefer 9 to 5. They don't want freedom. They want someone to tell them what to do, right? For them, that is their purpose. And for other people, it might be giving, caring. And for some people, it might be, the emotions that they feel when they taste new foods or go to new places, right? So it's the emotion that you want to live, and you can have many life purposes, and you can have different life purposes in the different stages of your life as well. And if you're not living those things every single day, then you feel inadequate. You feel that this is not the best life that you're living, and that there is potential for more, because you still know that you're still not getting those things, to experience those things every single day. So if I tell you my story in short, I was also living in a very heavily conditioned way. I was behaving in a certain way people expected me to. I was doing things in my career that other people expected me to. My life was not at all my life. It was everything that everyone else wanted me to do. And because of that, when I was living through that, every single day when I woke up and I looked in the mirror, I did not like what I saw, and I did not relate with that person. And I also woke up with anxiety. So this is a big symptom. If you wake up with anxiety, one of the things that can be the reason for this is if you're not living your purpose. They can be other things, but this is one of the reasons. So I used to wake up with anxiety every single day, and I started taking medication for that, which ended up, making me feel sleepy, groggy throughout the day. And that's not what I wanted, and that's not what was going to be fruitful for my career as well. You cannot be groggy as a dentist. So, how to live in alignment with your soul purpose? How to? So, how will you live in alignment with something that you don't know what it is, right? So in order to live in alignment with who you are, you need to know who you are first. And 95% of the people, I would say, don't know who they are. And they might be like, oh, but I know I'm a doctor, I am a mother of 2 kids, I am Mr. So and so, and I know who I am. No, that's not who you are. That's your career. That's something you do in your family. It's a role in your family or in the society. That's not who you are. You are someone deeper. And I always say, like, if you want to unravel the mysteries of your life, you have to go deeper and deeper and deeper into deeper layers. So, don't just say that I am this person who, insert your career. Go deeper. Get to know yourself at the soul level and even deeper. Go into your inner child. Talk to your therapist and dive into your psychology. There are so many tendencies everybody has that are harmful to us and other people. And there are so many different modalities that you can use in order to begin unraveling those layers. Go to your inner child, go into your past lives, um, go to your I want to say astrology, but again there is a rampant culture in astrology to um, you know make spread fear amongst people, and then uh, charge them for services and so based on fear. That I do not condone. So it's very rare to find an astrologer who is the real deal. So I won't suggest that here. Although there is something that I would like to tell you in the free workshop that is very useful if you want to get to know yourself at the deeper level. And it's only when you get to know yourself at this deeper level, and that is something that I have been doing since more than a decade, I think. And every time I unlock or I unveil a layer within myself, I come to know that, oh, I never knew this about me. And I fell in love with myself even more, right? Even if it was a so-called flaw. So all of your flaws, so-called flaws, are also your personality. And if they are natural flaws, then you don't have anything to hide about them. You should feel safe enough in the society to express those things. And your journey, right? A journey of dealing with those, or living with those, or growing with those. So one thing you need is a safe space in order to express your authentic self. So if you are an introvert, you need a safe space to be an introvert. If you are an extrovert, you need a safe space to be accepted as an extrovert, and do any everything that you want to do without being judged and without being told to shut up, right? Without being shamed for not speaking up, for being shy, right? So I will provide you that safe space in the free workshop. Other than that, I will give you the technique for effortless manifestation. And manifestation automatically becomes effortless when you are living with authenticity. So again, people don't understand what authenticity is. So the more deeper you go, the more you realize what you need to do in order to be more authentic. And again, you need a safe space to be authentic, right? So let's get together in this free workshop and learn how to be 100% authentic. And by the way, I'll give you the steps for that as well. I'll tell you the method to layer by layer unveil your authenticity and live from that space without worrying about what others are going to say about you, right? So join the free workshop, because this knowledge is something that I've gathered over a long period of time, and I've done so much hit and trial. I have practiced this whole modality in many different ways over the past decade or so, and I have come to a point where everything is crystal clear to me, and I have been practicing living from that 100% authenticity from the past few years. And over the past few years, even then, like when I started living 100% authentically, even then there were layers to unveil, there were layers to uncover. So imagine how much is there for everyone to heal and to uncover. So right now I have manifested a very fulfilling business. I don't I receive orders even when I don't market so aggressively. There are orders coming in on my inbox. I just wake up and see, oh, 2 orders, 3 orders, and that covers like 2 or 3 days of my of the salary that I would have gotten in a 9 to 5. And then I have a job that I manifested that is highly flexible. They don't have any 9 to 5 hours, and I'm doing what I always wanted to do: be an artist and be a business strategist kind of thing in that business. So I'm doing a lot for them, digital services, design, and all of that, and I love it, and it's highly flexible. And other than that, there are so many experiences that I manifested my husband, who is the best the best person in my life. And I manifested so many other things that I might discuss in the workshop. And yeah, so your life all over will begin settling into this place where you begin living your life purpose when you are 100% authentic, right? And then every day when you wake up, you will feel fulfilled. And whenever you wake up during the day, you will feel satisfied. And because of that, your health even will also improve a lot. So if there are illnesses that you are going through that are due to your psychology, there have been studies and it has been found that most illnesses that are not due to external causes are psychosomatic, meaning they are created by the emotions that you are carrying, the so-called negative emotions, or the heavy emotions, regrets, guilt, anger, etc. All of that, combines and settle down into your body, and it creates psychosomatic illnesses that become chronic illnesses, and then huge disorders and such. So when you begin to live authentically, you will notice that your health will also improve multifolds. So there are all these different reasons for you to join this workshop and learn. And I know that there are people out there who um, have these free workshops, and they maybe spend a lot of time talking about themselves and don't really give a lot of information in the free workshop. And I don't have anything against them, they should do whatever works for them. But I am going to give you a lot of information in these 3 days, and you can ask me any question you want, and I will answer that, and I will not hold back on any information, and I will give you the actual key that I have discovered, that I have been applying into my life, manifesting all of this. And then you can decide for yourself whether you want to take up coaching with me or not. Anyway, so that is all for today. I will meet you next week again, probably Tuesday, with another live video on another topic. And also keep your eyes peeled for more posts and reels on the topic of manifestation. And I'm sure that these posts will help you decondition in many ways, because I'm already covering a lot in these posts as well. And if you have any questions, do post them in the comments or in my DMs, and I'll be sure to answer them. And if you want to access the workshop, if you want the access to the workshop, go to the link in my bio and enter your email, your first name, last name, and you will be able to sign up. And I will send you a welcome package after a few days. So I send the welcome package out maybe once or twice a week. So you will have to wait for that, and you will get all the details in that package. All right, so that is all for today, and I will see you next time with another topic that is life changing, upgrading, such and such. All right, so stay healthy,